So I'm only coming on because I was on with the homie and their live dropped. So I didn't know if other people would be looking for me. So I'll wait a few minutes and see. Hi. I pray everyone is having a beautiful and blessed night. I think this is my first time going live on Instagram. So I just wanted to say what's up, kind of get my feet wet and start coming on here more, sharing and building. Um, yeah, there were a few of you, like I said, my friend is on the trip in Bali, in Thailand. So they told me to come on there live and I wanted to build with them. And so I saw a few of you that were there. So I wanted to come back over here to make sure I just showed everybody some love. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Peace. How you doing? Long time no see. I pray that all is well and that you're creating and building and still doing dope things. So what's up? It's so funny because people be like, she's not online, she's not doing nothing. But good. It was good for me to get in the habit of this because normally I always go live on Facebook, the times that I have gone live. So Instagram, I will be reaching out and touching people. Yay, that's good. It's beautifully dope. I love the album. I love the album. And I love that you are just staying true to yourself, still on duty, still on a mission. I love that for you. It's an amazingly dope album. Check my brother Reborn out. Follow him. He has kingdom minded music. So if you need some music to like bless you and inspire you, be righteous, you can play it all day long, not have to worry about cussing or being out of alignment. It's righteous, dope music. Definitely continue to push that and spread the love to the world. You want to come through? I think you're coming through. You might have to send it again. I don't know if it worked. Let's try again. I hope it works. I want you to be able to speak to your album and build on that. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Peace, peace, peace. I just wanted to say hi to y'all. Um, I wanted the brother to be able to come on if he wanted to build on his album. If y'all have projects, that you would love for me to check out. Sometimes I'm really nice and sweet and promote people's music and what they have going on. So let me know. DM me and let me know. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I was on a live on someone else's live, so I just wanted to come through and see if anybody wanted to continue the build, but they're probably surprised that I was on live anyway. So yeah, I will start programming the live so that we can build and we could talk. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, let's try again.
Peace, my sister.
Peace. How you doing?
Peace. Finally. What's going
Good.
on?
Nothing much. I'm glad
Yeah.
to see you.
Yes, indeed.
You
Yes, indeed.
doing good?
Just got home from work a little while ago, so I was just on my laptop doing some work and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Still making more music and things of that nature. Yeah.
that's good. So tell the people, tell the people who you are, what you got going on, because I think that your mission, your purpose, people need to know what's going on. So I don't care how many people are on here right now. I want
All right.
your message to get out so that we can spread the love, and we need your righteousness. We need that discipline. We need that
Yeah.
focus right now for such a time as this. So I want you to be able to build on whatever you want to share.
Well, basically, it's about, returning back to the truth, the word of God. You know what I'm saying? That is designed to speak to all of us, you know what I'm saying? And, the way how God, instructed life for us to live by, you know what I'm saying? To love him with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength,
Mm-hmm.
and to love one another as ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So every song on the album, it definitely speaks to the heart of every matter, you know what I mean? Whether it's social, political, relational, even about our fate in this world, you know what I'm saying? Being that this life is temporary, you know what I'm saying? So like, one of my songs is called, Take Heed. Basically, take heed to the message, because you never know when your day is going to come.
That's right.
You know, so it doesn't matter how we depart out of this life, whether we suffer racial injustice, socialism, people getting killed left and right, you know what I mean? But what we want to do is prepare, you know what I'm saying, to meet the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm,
we're all going to meet him one day. And that's why I said towards the end of the song, when you depart out of this life, you want to make sure that you are in Christ and have a relationship with him, and that you're not outside of him.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And even one of the other songs called Die, which is an acronym, Depart into Eternity. You know what I mean? That came to me years ago, like probably 2010. I was on my way home from work on a train, and I just kept on thinking about the word die. You know what I'm saying? And of
Yeah.
course, and it says to be absent from this body, to be present with the Lord. And then when I hear things like, they departed, so it just came together, depart into eternity. Then boom, you know what I mean? I just kept on pondering on that, you know what I mean? Then one day I had this brother named A Style, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I bought a couple of beats from him and stuff like that. And one of the beats sounded like a funeral type. So I said, you know what? This is perfect right there. So I began to
Mm.
write and to expound on it and things of that nature. You know what I mean? It says it in Hebrews 9:27. It is appointed unto man who wants to die, but
Yes,
after this judgment, you know what I'm saying? So it's real like that, you know what I mean? The devil's out there slaying everybody any way he
absolutely.
possibly he can, you know what I mean? So it's like you want to make sure that you are in covenant relationship with the Lord, man, before your time is done. You know what I mean? Just,
So tell me this. So say if there's a person that's not a believer, right? And you want um them to get into, I want to say you want, because
right,
God is
right,
gonna do
right,
whatever God is gonna do for you.
right.
Um, what would you say to a person that is not a believer that you want them to check out your music? What would you say to them as to why they should check it out? What would they
Well, I
gain
believe,
from it?
I mean, you're definitely going to gain a whole lot of different perspectives, you know what I mean? Especially coming from God himself, you know what I mean? So whatever questions in life that you have and stuff like that, whatever answers you've been searching for, you know what I mean? So let's say when you're dealing with the political structure, the political system of this world, they seem to have all the answers, but the reality is they don't. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they don't, because they are in darkness. They're not in the light. They're not in the faith.
Mm. That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? So
Okay.
Christ said, follow me, for I am the light of the world, and you will not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. You know
Mm.
what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So it's up to us, you know what I'm saying, to also to reflect that life by living it. Now, no one
Mm.
is perfect, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But if our heart is right, you know what I mean? It's just like what the Lord said in Matthew 5, you are the salt of the earth and you are the light of the world.
That's right.
But if the salt has lost its saltiness, then wherewith will it be salted? It's good for nothing but to be trodden underfoot of men. So what I mean, as a believer, don't fall into the things of this world and try to get caught up and try to be like the world, because you're going to end up losing your true
Mm.
self. You're going to end
Mm.
up losing your life. You're going
That's
to end up
right.
losing your soul,
Yes, so.
because then you just be like everybody else. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Gotta keep that seasoning on you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Um,
That's right.
so tell me this. So when you first started out as an MC, have you always been like straight believer, lyrics, bars? That's how you started off, or did you originally start off doing something else lyrically?
Well, I wasn't always, rapping myself. You know what I mean? Like even way before I came to faith in Christ back in 1999, I never even heard of Christian rap at all. And
Right.
that isn't a year later when I was working at this Christian summer sleeping away camp in the summertime called Mount Long Camp. And there was this one brother named Albert Daniels. He tried to get me to listen to Christian rap, but I was just like, the church I was going to was against rap, period. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
never even heard of Christian rap before. So at first I was, pretty reluctant to listen to it. Then I was just like, you know what? Because I was told, from like the elders was like, don't listen to that. That's of the world and things of that nature. And plus I was just coming out of the world too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I said, you know what? Let me give it a chance. So the guy that he showed me was the ambassador from Cross Movement.
I was gonna ask you. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, it was the ambassador. So the first album, like I heard his first solo album before I
Yeah.
heard part of Cross Movement. I heard that solo album, Christ Style and Layman's Term, and I was just like blown away. Like, wow, like not only was he a dope artist and lyrics MC, but he knew his word too, and he knew how to
Yeah.
convey and put it together.
Yeah.
So, I come from, the Killer Priest, the Rakims, the Wu-Tang, the Nas, all of that from the 90s. So I began to put two and two together. I was already well versed with the scriptures and learning the words. So I said, you know what, let me start writing. So I just
Yeah.
started writing. And of course, it
That's
wasn't
fire.
all that, but it was a beginning though.
That's
It was
fire.
definitely it was definitely
I
a
knew it.
start.
I
Mm-hmm.
knew it. I was like, probably the ambassador. Um, maybe the truth, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it
Mm.
was the ambassador. I didn't know nothing about the truth. It's probably like maybe 2-3 years later.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
Man, but it was the ambassador that really got me. Then I heard other Christian MCs like the Raiders of the Lost,
Mm-hmm.
ADF, Conquest, Q the Prophet, Corey Red and Precise, and I was just like, it was like a whole army of MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even female MCs like Mahogany Jones,
Yeah.
Shekinah,
Yeah.
who else? Desiree Renee. You know what I mean? Light the Flow Minister, and I was just like, like that golden era feeling when we first got from the Coogee raps and the Rakim. It was
Yeah.
like that was like my golden era of holy hip hop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And to be honest, I really don't even like putting labels on things like that.
Right.
And the reason why, because back in the days, you never heard Rakim, Wu-Tang call themselves 5% rappers.
That's
They
right.
was MCs. They was
Mm-hmm.
MCs. So why
Yeah.
put a label? You represent what you represent. Is how you represent it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
good.
Ambassador said, if you love them, then you got to represent them well. You know what I'm saying? So I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, yo.
Yeah.
So
That's
putting two and
dope.
two together, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of true MC and true hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told Priest a couple of years ago when we did the IG, I said, yo, you one of the dudes that inspire my flows and my writing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I will always remember that live because you were going in like in your
Yeah, yeah,
car,
yeah,
spitting,
yeah,
and I remember like it almost felt like you did that live, and then
yeah,
you went, you were cooking, you built up your skill, perfected
yeah,
it. And I
yeah.
remember it was like one song promotion, and I was like, wait a minute,
The
because I
brainstorm
didn't hear the
part two.
name.
The brainstorm part two. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't hear the name. I didn't hear AD say your name. And I was like, I know that's not the bro. Wait a minute.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
text
yeah,
Priest. I
yeah,
was like, yo, I think that's the brother that was sitting in the car. So that's why I had
yeah,
to hit
yeah,
you and say,
yeah,
oh man,
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like you were dope anyway. But you could tell
Thank
like
you.
you went in the wilderness and you
And well,
perfected your
I
craft.
was already, yeah. I mean, I had a lot of songs recorded over the years. You know what I mean? Like, I guess my MCing breakthrough came in 2004 when I first wrote to I used to write to a lot of Wu-Tang beats and just record it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what's that one joint that Tear the Roof Off by
Uh,
Red and Meth?
oh yeah. You was
So
going in like
yeah,
that. You was
I had
banging on the
brainstorm
devil.
I had brainstorm part one on that joint.
Oh,
You know what
okay.
I mean? So I was like, before my pen hit the lines, I must brainstorm and think about the topic, to drop lyrical forms. I'm here to educate the ignorance. Word is born. Like Martin Luther, hip hop, time to perform. So I was on that. You know what I mean? Just learning to flow and flow with the beat. And the next thing you know, it was like, I got it. That's it. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because before, my delivery was like no good, no good at all.
Mm,
So what I did was I went back listening to Wu, Mobb Deep, and learning how to flow and learning how to write on beat.
yeah.
So I would kind of copy and mimic their delivery on their beat, but with my own words and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would learn, take up from here, there, and there, different styles. You know what I mean? Whether it's like on a poetic flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys like not all them dudes, because I was like, I wanted to be that MC that's going to spit for Jesus, being poetic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Storytelling and stuff. You know what I mean? So I was just like, just kept practicing, not showing off to anybody, but I had to be confident within myself.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I
Then I
see it
will,
though.
yeah, then I will tap into another realm of flow, like I guess you could say elevate myself. Like I would try to do Big Pun style. Like he did that super lyrical. I did a
Yeah.
joint called Mathematical Raps on that joint.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So with that same kind of flow, because I was trying to basically be all around and be
Yeah.
versatile with the flows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. You could tell you've been working your sword, your
Yeah, yeah,
pen, your
yeah.
pen. What I love about it is that while we say the sword and the pen, you
They
also
go together.
know they go together, but you know that you've been going in spiritually, like
Right,
spiritual warfare. And to
right,
integrate that together is
right.
beautifully dope, right? Because
Yes,
we get caught up in the beats sometimes of what we're listening
right.
to,
Mm-hmm.
that we're just like, oh, that's fire. Sometimes people can have trash bars on a dope beat and you get so consumed with it that you don't really pay attention. But
You're not listening. You're not looking for the content.
yes,
You're just going by how it sounds.
how it sounds, right?
Yeah,
But
might sound good, but when you consider it, it's like, well, what are they talking about?
what are they talking about? What is being deposited in your spirit, right?
Right,
So that's why I tell you that I really feel that the MC that I saw in the car on the live, I said he's
right,
been
right.
working.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah,
been
yes,
working because
yes.
it's like you're not out here just doing dope bars. You are ready for the spiritual
Everything's got to
warfare.
come. Everything's got to come together.
Yeah,
I mean, everything's got to come together.
that's fire.
You know what I mean, and even like I would experiment over like Enigma, ambient type beats and stuff like that. Like I would experiment
Yeah,
on that.
yeah,
Even Massive Attack, you know what I'm saying? Those guys from the UK, the trip hop, I would experiment on that.
yeah.
Yeah, so they had this one track called Heat Miser on their second album, Protection.
Yes,
And it was that so
yeah. I know that.
I spit something on that joint and it just sounded really nice.
That's
You know what I
fire.
mean? Yeah, so of course I wouldn't put it out to, make record sales, but kind of like promo and things like yo, just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
And when the
fire.
time came, like I knew I wanted to eventually do an album. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of original songs written since like 2007 when I got my first track from this brother named James Vincent from my church, one of the pastor's sons. So they
Mm-hmm.
have their own production called Higher Definition.
Mm-hmm.
So they sent me some tracks and I was beginning to write. Then I put out an EP in the summer of 2018. And even I had recorded those songs back in 2010, but I didn't know how to put it out or distribute or things of that nature
Yeah.
until I began to do my research. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I came across Ditto in the summer of 2018, and it was just crazy. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I started to build my own home studio 2019 with native instruments and stuff like that, the keyboard, the machine, the studio mic. And I started to learn how to compose and make beats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I said, you know what? I'm going to work on this album. All the songs that I've written over the years and the joints that I spit over a lot of other people beats and stuff, I'm
Yeah.
going to put them into songs. Like
Wow.
that song, Take Heat,
Yeah.
that was originally, I had spit that on one of Mobb Deep's Quiet Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So I spit it on that. Then I took that and I had the beat and I was like, this is going to be it right there. It's going to be on the album.
That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, are you just letting this project just breathe for a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
But I got other works too. because I don't just only rap. I also do house music and all that too. I make them and all that too.
I don't even know that.
Yeah. I'm all around. But music, I like to compose melody and create stuff and stuff like that. Make spa type music, even piano reflective music.
You
So
said
I just love
spa?
making music as well. Yeah, like spa, like meditation type.
Yeah.
And like with the ocean sounds and things of that nature. I made one that's really nice.
That's dope. Do you make
Mm-hmm.
do you do lo-fi beats too?
I've learned that, yeah. I've learned that.
Nice. Okay.
How I learned how to compose and all that, watching them tutorial videos on YouTube.
It's
And just applying.
jewels. You
Yeah,
get jewels.
just applying it.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't tell people this, but I low-key want to be like a DJ or producer on the low.
Yeah.
I watch videos on YouTube just to say, could I do this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo, peace. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace. What's going on, everybody? Yeah. So
Thank you.
I used to go clubbing back in the 90s, you know what I mean, with all that house music, hip hop and stuff. I just love music and stuff like that too, you know?
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, look. Well, my phone is about to die, bro, but I'm just so glad I could at least get you on. Like, this is my first live ever, but I really want to start building and opening up a platform for brothers like yourself, sisters, whoever
Thank you.
that want to share and build. And it doesn't have to be like you come in here spitting in front of everybody trying to get on. I just really want to be able to hear people's story and their testimony, what they have working on. So
what I love about this project, it definitely opens up for conversation as well.
okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean, I think music should be like that because it is communication as well. So when people hear something different, they're like, man, like, wow, like it really spoke to me. I have people at my job where I work at Costco's. They say, yo, that My Brother's Keeper song really got to me.
That's dope. What I think I might do is let's plan another time to like build where you could share your project and talk about it.
Yeah.
And you know, even if you want to just build on something like spiritually and to help somebody, because quiet as it's kept, right? There are a lot of MCs that hit me up from time to time and they talk about going through like spiritual warfare, and everybody might not be, you know, on some other stuff. There are people that are confused. Yeah. So there's some people that just want to be fed anyway, you know? So I think it's important to see brothers like yourself.
To be honest, that song, My Brother's Keeper, I have to say, I got to give Killer Priest credit, you know what I'm saying? When he did Prophets of Man, the song Prophets of Man.
Yeah.
In his third verse, he says something that really stuck out to me, that really spoke to me. And I believe my song was birthed off because of that.
Yeah.
He said, from total strangers to best friends, from best friends to brothers, from brothers to never calling them again, they call for descent. When I
Yes.
first heard it back in like 2012, I was just like, it hit me right here.
Yeah.
Just like, wow. Like, then I was, you know, I bought beats from Life and Death Productions and stuff like that. And that one particular track for My Brother's Keep, I said, I want that right there. So I
Yeah.
bought 5 beats from him back then exclusively. And with that one song right there, My Brother's Keeper, I said, yo, I got to give Priest his props, his flowers, because this song was birthed because of that.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, hey, yo, I'm missing you, Zax, where you been? Because I've been thinking of you. We used to be friends. It's been so long since I last heard or last seen y'all. That's why I'm trying to reach y'all, because I'm my brother's keeper. It's very heartfelt, too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had people was like, yo, it had me in tears. I said, that's a blessing.
Yeah. It's definitely, definitely. And that's good. You know, that music is timeless. It'll
Yeah,
always
yeah,
minister to you
yeah.
and be a blessing no matter where you are. You know, it's
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
it's really dope now because we're talking about like the 25th anniversary of like Heavy Mental coming up. And even though we say like, yeah, so much more music to talk about, that will always,
One that one album, to me, that's like, man, that's like my baby right there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That right there was so innocent. Even that one from then to now, what goes up must come down, comes back around again, where we'd all began from then to now. I said, man, I saw some of my coworkers that they say, yo, this is fire.
yeah.
And plus, you know, the vibe and the groove, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those where you just listen and just vibe to it, like, you know
No,
what I'm saying?
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a fan myself. So it's like
Yeah,
people be
yeah, yeah.
like shocked. They be like, yo, coach, you know, like I'm with y'all. I'm in
Yeah.
the trenches with y'all. So yeah, no, it's timeless.
MC, even MCs are fans of other MCs because they're fans of hip hop.
Right.
You know what
That's right.
I'm saying?
Some of the other MCs, it's their favorite album too. You know, it
Yeah.
was like the inspiration for them to pick up the pen, you know?
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
hear people that told me they went to seminary or like they became a
Beautiful,
minister. People tell me all stories
beautiful,
all the time. So, you know,
beautiful.
it's essential, even though it's kind of like, I like to say it's like Nas is Illmatic, and people will say,
Yes,
you want to move on. Nas always wants to move on from Illmatic, but it's like you don't know what that album
that's
did
the
for
foundation right
people.
there.
It's the
The
foundation, you know?
foundation. That and
So,
it was written.
yes,
That and it was written.
yeah.
It's the
So
foundation.
that is equivalent to what like heavy mental is for so many other people, you
Right,
know?
right, right.
And it still breathes, you know?
Of
So,
course,
yeah.
of course.
So,
You can listen to it right now from 25 years ago and still be like minister to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I just made a playlist with a few of the tracks on there. So I'm with
Yeah,
y'all. Like, yeah, I get it. But we're gonna do
yeah.
this again, because
Definitely, sis.
I want you to be able to build with people and really
Yeah.
share. I don't care how many
Mhm.
followers people have. I don't know, you know, what's going on. I just want us, like you said, to be a light, you know,
Right,
that we are
right, right.
salt of the earth. And I just
Mm-hmm.
want to build however we build, you know, and it'll be
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. He that have an
It's
ear
like
will hear.
some of the guys, and you know, in the Christian hip hop circuit, some of them are staying true. Others are falling into the commercialized
I
stuff.
see that
You know what I mean?
now.
It's like man, listen.
I see that
That's
now. A
that's
lot of people
why
looking
that's why
very,
towards
go
yeah, that's
ahead.
why towards the end of the album, you know what I mean, when I'm doing a closing out prayer and I'm talking to, you know, all you Christian other rappers who've went astray because you felt like you have to chase after the world and stuff. And I'm saying the Lord is still calling you back into real fellowship. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To speak his word, be bold with it, be real with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what if you don't get the millions? So what? Our crowns is waiting, our reward is waiting for us in heaven, not on this earth.
That's good.
Not in this world, man.
That's
You know what I mean?
good. Well, I salute you because in this time
Mm-hmm.
it's imperative to stay solid and to
Right,
believe whatever you believe and
right.
stand on that, you know,
Stand true. Yes.
stand on that that and be unwavering. And that's something that you've
Mhm.
always been consistent in. And so, like I said, I feel like other brothers need to hear that and see that from a
Right,
different
right.
perspective, because everybody
Mhm.
is not on some, you know, Nation of Islam, God body stuff or anything like that. There are Christians that don't acknowledge it publicly, you know, that they keep it
Right,
on the
right, right.
low. And so I see so many.
You can't let your light. What did Christ say? No one lights a candle and put it under a bushel.
Yeah,
It has to be on the stand so everybody can see.
yeah,
Why? Even if you're being persecuted, even if you're being hated, but guess what? In the long run, they're gonna be like, but that one was real right there.
yeah,
I had
yeah,
people call me. I had people call me years later, like, yo, Steve, man, I always saw you as someone that stood the test of time and stuff like that, and you still in it, man.
yeah.
Like, how do you do it, man? I'm like, yo, man, it's God, bro. I
That's God.
said, when
Right.
you belong to Him, you belong to Him.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's good.
You know what I mean? So it's encouraging, man, because it reminds me of like when I was out there in the world and lost and stuff like that, and we seen like the elder Christian folks, and we just look at them like they still in it, though.
Yeah,
And because they still in it, it's a light.
yeah,
I can talk to them.
yeah.
You
That's
know
good.
what I mean? My spiritual mother, who passed away last year, Miss
Oh,
Pastor Brenda Harris,
blessings
she
upon
introduced
her.
me. She introduced me to the Lord
Mm,
when I was seeking, when I was searching, coming
okay.
out, coming out the club scene, coming out the street life, the world, the drug, all of that, coming out of all of that.
Mm.
You know what
Well,
I mean? Yep,
I'm grateful for her deposit into your spirit because,
yep,
you know, it continues to multiply.
yep.
So like I
23
said,
years later, still in it.
wow.
And it was in my
So,
early 20s when the Lord grabbed a hold of me. I'm 45 now.
wow. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, beloved. Well, I don't want my phone to cut
That's
off
my
on you, and I want to save this live, so I'm gonna make sure. But you all check out my
peace to everybody.
brother,
God bless you.
and when I
Yes.
post it in the comments,
Mhm.
share whatever information you want to share. Okay.
God bless
All
y'all.
right.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.
All right. Peace, y'all. So thank you. This was this freestyle tonight, but I'm gonna do this regularly. I want to build with y'all. I know people send me DMs. They want to talk about things mentally, spiritually, emotionally. There's stuff going on that we just need to talk about. So, yeah, I love you. I thank you. A few people said that they love my page. I appreciate the love and the light. As you all know, I've kind of been hiding in the cut because I've had death and different things happen in my family. But you know, we gotta come out. We gotta spread love and continue the legacy. So I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.